In this video, you as a school leader will learn how to anonymize data so you can send that data into ChatGPT to identify students for specialized support. My name is William Groovy. I'm the founder of Groovy Education. We deliver AI trainings to well over 100 different school districts all across the nation. We also partner with several state-level admin organizations, both principals associations and superintendent associations, and we deliver AI training to their members. Let's get into anonymizing student data and identifying students for support. So I'm going to be walking through these 5 steps here. If you want these 5 steps, they'll be linked in the description as they are from the AI School Leadership Minute newsletter. First step is just having some data to analyze. And in step 1, you will find a link to some mock data that we can use for practice. So you can go ahead and click on this mock data and then make a copy of it so you can edit it by going File, Make a Copy. So we can go ahead and press on this mock data, and then in the top left corner just go File and Make a Copy, and make a copy on your Google Drive. This will allow you to edit the sheet. Once you do create a copy, you're going to see a sheet with student name, their grade level, the assessment date, subject, scaled score, percentile, grade level equivalent, growth from previous assessment, and number of assessments taken. But while using AI tools, we cannot ever share any student personally identifiable information with those tools. Therefore, we have to take out the student name column. The thing is, we still want to be able to find specific students in that data who need specialized support. That's why in step 2, we have specific steps that we need to take so we can do this. So in step 2, where it says anonymize the data following these steps, go ahead and click on these steps. Then this document will pull up how to anonymize student data for use in ChatGPT and map it back to original ID. This document will walk us through the process. Step 1 is just having data, which we already do. But in step 2, it says assign anonymized IDs. So it says add a new column in your data set with the column titled anonymized ID, and then we want to generate unique IDs for each student. So we can head back to our data set, and in column A, if we click on it and we just want to right click and then insert column to the right, and then we can go ahead and name this column anonymized IDs. Now that we've named our column anonymized ID, we have to give each student a unique ID. You can do this very easily by just going into box 1 and typing student 001, go into box 2 and type in student 002, and then you can just select these two and double tap on the circle in the bottom right corner of the 2 boxes you just selected, and it's just going to populate every single name with a unique ID. And we can see there's 250 students in this data set. Now that we have our student name and our anonymized ID columns, we're going to need to get those 2 columns into a different sheet, and then we're going to want to take out the student name column. This is going to allow us to send the data through to ChatGPT with the anonymized IDs. We can tell ChatGPT to reference students by their anonymized ID, and then we can go back to our mapping file that just has the student name with their corresponding anonymized ID to find which students ChatGPT was talking about. This mapping file needs to be saved in a different location than the data you're going to send into ChatGPT. And it also needs to be on a secure encrypted drive or password protected folder on your school's server. If you are unsure how to do that, just ask whoever you refer to as your tech guru and they'll be able to help you out. It's not as hard as it sounds. For video purposes, I'm just going to be using 2 different Google Sheets. So I'm just going to start a new tab and go sheets.new to get a new sheet. I'm just going to name this sheet mapping file, and then I'm going to grab column A and column B from the data, copy it, and then I can get that into our mapping file. Now that we have our mapping file made, we need to go back to the data we're going to send to ChatGPT, and we need to remove any personally identifiable information. So this would be name, student ID number, their birthday, etc. But in this case, we just have student name. So I'm just going to click on column A, right click and go delete column. Our data set is now ready to get sent into ChatGPT. But to do so, I'm going to need to download a copy of it on my computer so I can upload it into my ChatGPT prompt. So in the top left corner, go File, Download, and then just download it as a Microsoft Excel document. Now that our data set is anonymized, we can open ChatGPT, click the paperclip icon on the prompt bar, and choose the sheet with the anonymized data. So you'll be able to find a link to ChatGPT right in these steps. You can just click on Open ChatGPT, and we have ChatGPT opened up. Then in the bottom left corner of our prompt bar, we see this button that says attach files. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It will then give you an option to upload from computer. Click on that and then go ahead and find the sheet that you just downloaded. Once you select that sheet, you'll see it's attached to your prompt here. Now we need the actual prompt that we'll use inside of ChatGPT. So in step 4 here, we can use this prompt. It says, analyze the attached assessment data to identify students who may be candidates for specialized support. Consider factors such as scores, below grade level expectations, lack of progress over multiple assessments, and significant discrepancies between subject areas. Please provide a list of potential specialized support candidates along with supporting data and recommend appropriate interventions. Use the anonymized ID to reference students. Simply highlight this prompt, copy it, and then you'll be able to paste it over into ChatGPT. Now we have our prompt typed out, we have the sheet attached, and we can go ahead and send it through. ChatGPT will now analyze the data. Now ChatGPT returned to me a list of all the students who would qualify for specialized support. And lastly, we can use our secure mapping file to match the anonymized IDs from ChatGPT's analysis with the corresponding student names. So here where ChatGPT referenced student 0, 1, 2, I would be able to go to my mapping file, see who student 012 is, and add them to my specialized support list. That is just one way you as a school leader can use ChatGPT for data analysis. In our document that showed us how to anonymize that data, in step 5, you'll find 4 more ways to use ChatGPT for data analysis. And then more importantly, in step 6, you'll learn how to take that data analysis and generate actionable plans based off of it. To make sure you get practical and helpful ChatGPT use cases like this sent to your email every single week, make sure to subscribe to the AI School Leadership newsletter, which is linked up in the description.